Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Today I got a crazy current events video for you guys. I haven't covered this PlayStation no disc drama in like about 2 weeks, but today we had another incident that happened, and it made the drama even worse for Sony. This is the worst thing that could have happened for Sony right now. But anyways, what happened is earlier today, PlayStation Network went down. If somebody in the comments could tell me, please, how many hours it was down for exactly today, I would really appreciate that, because I'm reading multiple articles that are giving me different times. I read one article that said today it went down around 8 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, and then it came back at around 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, which would be, what, about 7 hours? 6, 7 hours? So it was down for at least a few hours today. Now, when PlayStation Network was down, people could not access their digital games. And this service interruption is the worst possible time for Sony. This is the worst time that this could have happened. Out of all the outages that could have happened, this is the worst time that it could have possibly happened. Because as you guys remember, a month ago, when Sony said that they are not going to be making discs anymore, and that by January 2028, everything will be digital. Well, guess what? Today proved exactly why digital is inferior to physical. And that is that when you got locked out of PlayStation Network, you could not access your games. You could not play your games. Do you know what that shows right there? That shows that you truly do not own your games. If you need to be connected to PlayStation Network in order to play your games, then you do not own them. I could understand being required to connect to PlayStation Network if you're playing an online game for obvious reasons, because you need that connectivity. But if you're playing, for example, a single-player game, a physical game, you're playing in there, that's yours. And regardless if you have an internet connection, if you're connected to PlayStation Network. But when you own a digital game, even if it's a single-player game like Skyrim or Fallout or something like that, if you try to connect when PlayStation Network is down or when your own internet is down, you're not going to be able to, because it's going to say that it's going to say that message where it says the licenses cannot be read or something along those lines. So you need to be signed into your account in order to play it. And they have been telling us for years that digital is the same thing as physical. It makes it easier. No, it is not. You do not truly own it. You are owning instead a license to be able to play that game on your console. You do not actually own it. If I was able to own it, I'd be able to play the game regardless of if PlayStation Network is on or not. That's the thing. So anyways, let's read the story right here, and then we're going to take a look at, how Sony has been handling this. Okay, so let's read the story here. Sony's PlayStation Network services have been offline for hours today, leaving fans unable to play some digital games. Unsurprisingly, impacted users have been left pointing to the benefits of physical copies just weeks after Sony's bombshell announcements that it will kill PS5 discs. PlayStation services began to disappear for some users around 8:30 a.m. Eastern this morning, around this same time as an alert from Amazon Web Services that multiple AWS services in the U.S. West 2 region were facing connectivity issues. Despite the problems being marked as resolved around an hour later, players report continued experiencing continued issues in the hours since, and in the countries outside the US too. The issue has hit PlayStation services just as the open beta for the Sony-published and console-exclusive Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls was getting underway, with its developers subsequently acknowledging issues on PS5. Ooh, that's not going to look good for them. At the time of writing, Sony's own service status page continues to show errors across every PlayStation Network service, from playing and purchasing digital content, streaming games, account management services, and more. You might have difficulty launching games, apps, or network features, Sony wrote on its official status page, with impacted platforms listed as including PS Vita, PS3, PS4, PS5. We're working to resolve the issue as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. While outages happened, the timing of this latest interruption of service could not be much worse, as well as impacting Marvel Tokon. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. A key title for Sony. The disruption comes as the firestorm of controversy over Sony's decision to kill discs is very much aflame. This month has seen Sony continually slammed by PlayStation fans for its hugely unpopular decision to discontinue launching new PS5 games via physical disc from January 2028 onwards, a choice that has sparked enormous petition, endless social media posts, and a stream of angry commentary on every trailer or live stream that the console maker now hosts. Only last night, Sony uploaded new footage of its promising-looking exclusive Marvel's Wolverine, though the YouTube comments are full of further outrage at the disc situation. And that analysts and even former Sony staff say that the situation is highly unlikely to change. But regardless, fans are not letting this one go anytime soon. And a moment that highlights one of the pitfalls of gaming's all-digital future has today only underlined its downsides further. we had ourselves a lovely PSN outage. We see wrote gaming accessibility service doesn't play, which champions physical game media. Just one of the many things that can go wrong with an all-digital future in the way Sony shapes up to be. Be careful what you wish for. And IGN also put out this poll right here. Do you support an all-digital gaming future? And it was 53,000 people voted in this. And look, it was almost 90%. 90% of people said no. 10% of people are okay with it. So the outrage is there. And this is Sony's, PlayStation's status page. Everything is up and running right now. So if you're wondering, you can play on PlayStation Network right now. But if we take a look at PlayStation Support US, they don't have any posts, not that I'm seeing, really, that were acknowledging this. So none of that here. And if we look at PlayStation's right here, if we look at their official Twitter, they don't have anything, no post today. And they know why there's no post today. If they made a post today, they will get ratioed the absolute hardest if they made a post today. So that's why I don't think they have made a post today. But if you look, this one has 6,000 likes and then 5.2 thousand comments. And if we just look at this, stop restricting access to over 100 countries for this game. Keep disc production. Stop online DRM requirements. 889 likes. Play has limits. 2.1 thousand likes. You have to listen to us also. Listen to the players. The players made us not greed. 1.4 thousand likes. Physical disc in 2028 and onward. Thanks. Your entire business depends on gamers and your willingness to throw so many away. It's funny. Boycott Sony. True ownership is why I bought physical games. Now on PC, I buy them from places like GOG, or I could use emulators to play potentially every game that has ever existed until a few years ago and enjoy more freedom with mods. Yes, it is true. This man has no disc. Man, no disc, no buy. I spent a lot of money on gaming this week. 2 controllers and 2 games, none of them for PlayStation. I would like the option of using physical media now and into the future. Without it, I won't be getting on PlayStation. No physical games, no money. My first DVD player, my first Blu-ray player, my last PlayStation. And look, there are people out there who basically have thousands of dollars of digital games purchased on their PlayStations. And just imagine that you spent thousands of dollars on digital games on PlayStation, and you cannot access them because of an outage. And, of course, you will have the fanboys that will defend Sony and PlayStation. They'll say, oh, this was just a 1 in a million chance when this happened. Outages are not common, where usually you have at least one PlayStation outage a year. As I've covered most of the outages that I've covered, it usually happens once or twice a year. But even if it has a 1 in a million chance of happening, it still happened. And this just goes to show, like I said, that you do not truly own your digital games. The fact that when PlayStation services all go down and you can't play it right there, that shows it right there. So isn't all digital future, is that really good? Is that really beneficial for PlayStation? I don't think so. I think that this is just a move for them to save money. They're saving on disc production, and it's also a way for them to also charge more for games, because you can't buy used digital games. You can't buy a used digital game, but on Amazon you can, and even eBay, you can find really good deals for used, PS5 games. You can even find them at a local game store. You can find them on Facebook Marketplace. When physical copies are gone, the only place you're going to be able to get it is you're going to be able to get it digitally. And they're going to be able to charge whatever they want for it, which is almost turning it basically into a monopoly at this point, really. You could make the argument for that. And it's not like you can just sell your digital game. You can't do that. You can't let your friend borrow your digital game. They'd have to log into your account, which I know that Sony has policies on that you're only supposed to be the one using the account. But that just goes to show, digital is not the way to go, and we want to actually be able to own our stuff, not download our stuff. But thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below. Like I said, is that this is the worst time that this outage could have happened for Sony, the worst time, because this proved millions of people right. All the people that were complaining about, not being able to own digital, this basically proved them right today, what ended up happening. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.